Hey guys, what's up? You're watching TbonesTech. In this video, I'm going to be explaining shutter speed. Shutter speed is one of the most important elements of photography. In this video, I'm going to be explaining it. Now, this video is part of my Explained series where I'm going to be breaking down every crucial element of photography and explaining it in very easy terms so hopefully everyone can understand. I've already made aperture explained, depth of field explained, and focus explained. If you guys are interested in watching any of those videos, check the link in the description down below. There should be 3 videos and of course 3 links. Make sure to click those if you're interested in them. Alright, now back to shutter speed. Now, using a fast shutter speed is going to give you a dark image. Your image is going to be darker, so you're going to have to compensate it by shooting your aperture wide open or by bumping up your ISO. Now, using a slow shutter speed is going to give you a very bright image, so you're going to have to stop down your aperture to be able to compensate for that. Now, if you're wondering what stopping down the aperture is, again, check out my Aperture Explained video. Now, almost everyone has dealt with camera shake. Now, what is camera shake? Camera shake is when you are shooting at a too slow shutter speed. The movement of your camera is actually making your image a little bit blurry. So in this video, I'm going to explain how you never have to deal with that problem ever again. Alright, so first off, Canon does offer image stabilization. I think this lens has 3 or 4 stop image stabilization. So this is definitely going to help you avoid camera shake. Also, using a tripod will avoid camera shake. Also, using a faster shutter speed than your millimeters. So when I'm shooting using this 24 to 105 millimeter L lens, I'm going to want to shoot at 1/24th of a second or faster. I would probably use 1/25th of a second. Now, when I am zoomed all the way out to 105 millimeters, I'm going to at least want to use 1/100th of a second or faster to prevent that. Now, of course, I do have image stabilization, so I can actually shoot at slower shutter speeds, but for the most part, this is a very good rule to follow. Another thing you can use when you have your camera on a tripod is a remote shutter release. So you can buy one of those remotes for around $10 all the way up to $30. If you don't want to spend the money, you can also use a self-timer, so you can use a 2-second self-timer, press the button, then walk away from your tripod, and then it'll snap that picture, and then you're not going to have that teeny bit of motion when you push down on your shutter, which means your images are going to be even more clear. Now I'm going to talk about motion blur. Now, if you're shooting at 1/1000th of a second, you most likely aren't going to have to deal with any motion blur. Now, if you're shooting at 1/50th of a second, you might deal with some motion blur. So, for example, when you're shooting at 1/1000th of a second, whatever happens in that 1/1000th of a second is going to be recorded on your image. Now, most likely, if you're taking a picture of a running person, they're not moving fast enough to where it's going to be blurry. 1/1000th of a second is going to keep them basically frozen. Now, if you're shooting at 1/8th of a second, they are going to be blurred, most likely, unless they are a really slow runner. Most photographers like to put their cameras on tripods and use slower exposures to get some unique looking results. If you want to make a waterfall look like it's moving, you can use 1/8th of a second or even slower, and it's going to have some nice movement in it. Also, if you're in a very crowded area like New York City and you want to clear up the street, you can use a slower shutter speed along with a neutral density filter, and that's going to illuminate most people. And the people that it doesn't illuminate, it's going to make it look like they're moving. They're going to be very blurred. It's just going to be like a streak of red if they're wearing a red shirt. And it's going to give you some very unique looking colors. And of course, using a slow shutter speed at nighttime can give you some very good results also. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like down below, and of course subscribe to my channel, because then you'll be notified when I upload my new Explained series videos to my YouTube channel. If you guys want to check out the Explained videos that I already made, again, I'll have it linked in the description down below and at the end of this video. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.